He's a great actor.
Yeah. And look, if someone gives you that opportunity,
You take it.
You best know I'll be doing it. Like, I want you to be like, no, that's fine. I'll just do what's in the script. Oh, you want to know what else I'd like to do in this film? Here I go. Oh, all right.
No.
Already off. Hello, everyone. Canceled. Here I am. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Generation In Between, a Xennial podcast where we remember, revisit, relearn, and this summer rewatch all sorts of things that we remember from being 80s kids and 90s teens. Hi, I'm Katie.
And I am Danny.
And you are here during our Xennial Girl Summer 2026 series. Mine's horrible.
So was mine.
Horrible.
That was supposed to be air horns, but we figured out we just sound like cats.
I saw Sarah the other day, and she did the sound to me. And I was like, oh, it's so bad. I know. Thank you, Sarah. She started laughing. But anyway, yes, hello, everyone. And today we are talking about the 1993 movie Dazed and Confused. And did I say I'm Katie?
Yes.
Okay. We're all over the place this morning. We got a lot going on.
It's okay.
And yes, so that's what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
We both rewatched it because we had both seen it before.
Oh, yeah. So many times.
So many times. And I feel like I even watched like the reruns on maybe MTV or VH1 or something, which were relatively censored, but
I watched it. So there was one summer, I want to say it was the summer between my sophomore and junior year. If there's anybody out there who I still talk to that is listening to this, let me know if I'm right or wrong. Where we would go to my friend Charlie's house all the time to hang out because his mom was never home.
So there you go.
And my parents are dead, so it doesn't matter. So I can say that. So
you're not gonna
get in trouble as a 45-year-old. Anyway, we would go there all the time, and we would watch that one summer. We would watch it constantly. It must have been the summer before my senior year because we had these grand plans of doing like that senior initiation to the incoming freshmen because a lot of our friends had siblings that were coming in. And we all had like a persona.
Oh yeah.
Can you guess what mine was? Back in the day.
You probably Parker Posey.
Yes. There's this one phrase I used to say all the time, and I forgot about it until she said it, and I went, "Oh my God, that was my catchphrase," which is terrible, and probably says a lot about how I was when I was younger. It's where she was like, "Wipe that face off your head, bitch."
Okay, first of all, I love Parker Posey.
Oh my God,
so much
is she just the best in everything?
She's actually the best in everything.
Actually,
I feel like I would have been Cynthia, the redhead.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
Well, maybe,
probably, yeah.
Or that one that's really nice, the sister
who has a little brother. Yeah, okay. I was probably mostly her.
Yeah,
and would be like, don't take it easy on my brother, not realizing that was actually going to make it worse.
And otherwise, me pouring oatmeal on these kids.
Yeah,
I like bacon on the floor.
And all the ketchup. Oh my God.
Oh my God,
I can't.
Troy, because we're sitting there, because Troy watched with me, and he's like, so, like, the girls want to be picked to do this? And I'm like, yeah, because it's like an initiation.
Yeah.
And then you get to go to the party later.
Mm-hmm.
The boys, on the other hand, which we'll get to, don't want to get caught because they just get the shit beat out of them. They don't.
Right.
That one kid got invited to the party, but most of them didn't. They just got the shit beat out of them.
And that was it.
Period.
And then you move on.
But the girls were kind of like, oh, let's take you through the car wash. And then you can come with us to this party later.
That was hilarious. The car wash was cracking me up. All right, so
let's get in.
Yes, we rewatched this, and so let's get right into it. So Dazed and Confused is a 1993 coming-of-age comedy written and directed by Richard Linklater.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
He wrote it and directed it, and it's set in a small Texas town on the last day of school in 1976. The film follows a sprawling, interconnected group of teenagers as they cruise the streets, throw parties, haze incoming freshmen, and ponder their futures. That is a very deep, cerebral explanation of this movie. But it really is so reflective that, like, coming of age is so true. Yeah. There are parts of this that reminded me of so many of the others, like Can't Hardly Wait, and, like, it's definitely its own kind of genre. Obviously, it came out almost 20 years after when it was set. Mm-hmm. So, sort of a flashback. So the film features a large ensemble cast of actors, many who would become major stars later, which seems to be a theme of the movies we're watching so far this summer, including Jason London, Ben Affleck, Matthew McConaughey, Milla Jovovich, Cole Hauser, Parker Posey, Adam Goldberg, Nikki Katt, Joey Lauren Adams. Yeah, he's so funny in this one. Joey Lauren Adams, Rory Cochrane, and Anthony Rapp. I forgot Anthony Rapp was in this movie, and this was pre-Rent.
Correct. I was sitting there and I'm watching it, and he doesn't look like himself, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, once you know it's him.
And you hear it. You hear the voice.
But, like, I'm watching, I'm like, where do I know that guy from? What in the world? And then at the end, we were watching the credits because we couldn't remember Jason Goldberg's name.
Mm-hmm.
And we're watching the credits, and I went, oh, shit. I was like, that's Anthony Rapp. And, of course, Troy has no idea what I'm talking about.
Like, huh?
I was like, he was in Rent. And I said, he was in the movie one, too. And he goes, oh. And so then Cooper comes running in. What? Because he did not want to watch this with us, obviously.
But Rent, he wanted to know what's going on.
Yeah.
He had to hear. Yeah. So, Anthony Rapp was the original Mark on Broadway.
Yeah, he sure was.
And in the movie. So, all right. So let's talk about why this movie was made at all. So he originally planned to make a teen film, Linklater, the writer and director. But before this, he had actually done sort of an independent feature film called Slacker. It's a 1990 comedy drama.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. And it's kind of the same kind of feel. It's not teenagers necessarily, but it's a big ensemble cast of eccentric misfits, and it follows them through a single day.
Okay. Yeah.
And so each character is only on the screen for a few minutes, and then the film picks up with somebody different and just kind of follows them along. And so this film got a decent amount of critical acclaim. You know, it went to Sundance and won some awards and things like that. So the movie itself, Slacker, caught the attention of Universal Pictures producer Jim Jacks, who secured $6 million for Linklater's next feature. Okay, so
wow, that's
$6 million. Yeah. I mean, that's a decent budget for a film like this.
Yeah.
I feel like, So Linklater drew heavily on his adolescence in Huntsville, Texas, to write the script, lifting actual names of people he knew.
Well,
that will come back later.
I wish that I could write scripts. I would totally.
You could write a script. Have you ever tried?
No, I don't want to.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, says the writer.
I mean, to be fair, I've never had one like picked up, but like,
I don't know. I've always thought about if I did it, I would totally do that. I would have real names, throw people under the bus.
Yeah. So yes, he used real names, and most of the actors for this cast were undiscovered talent, including McConaughey,
this was his first
first feature film.
Yeah.
Yep. And he was 23. He was 23 when this one came out.
Can we just pause for a second and talk about he is one of those people who is incredibly attractive.
I know.
Even when he's supposed to look skeezy, he is totally attractive.
He actually, I have this later in my notes, but I'm just going to say it now. He actually almost didn't get the part because he was too good looking.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be skeezy.
Yeah.
But listen, I don't care. It doesn't matter what you look like. Anybody can be skeezy.
Right. Which
FYI. Look at some of the serial killers who are attractive. It's terrifying.
Yeah. What's the one everybody always talks about?
Well, Jeffrey Dahmer, right?
Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy
is good looking.
Ugh, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's scary, and because it helps them.
Right. It's like the charming effect. Yeah. So, but he still almost didn't get it, but then he did, and they added like facial hair and like did like weird stuff with his hair. Yeah. To try to like help, which I think did help, honestly.
It did.
With what they were trying to do. So the film was actually shot around Austin, Texas, and it included several of the members of the crew from his film Slacker.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool because those were like independent. That was an independent film. Now they're working on a feature film. The actors were encouraged to improvise and develop their own characters, and they helped write some of the scenes.
Oh, that's fun.
I think that's really cool.
Love that.
And then Linklater gathered several 1970s rock songs for the soundtrack. Okay,
that soundtrack, fire. I used to listen to it. And I still have it. I still have the CD, and it has like a big smiley face on it.
I love that.
Yeah, it was such a good soundtrack.
Yeah, it's so good. The rock songs actually made up 1/6 of the budget for the movie, though.
Well, yeah, because they're huge songs.
So that's $1 million.
Yeah. But it was worth it because that soundtrack.
That soundtrack was really, really good. The picture was marketed by Gramercy Pictures as a stoner film, which Linklater didn't really think it was.
I mean,
but that
it
I
is.
feel like of the things that have really carried through culture from that film, that is one of the things.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like Mallrats and fucking,
yeah.
What's the other one?
Clerks.
Clerks.
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
I mean, listen, know your audience.
Yeah.
And teenagers they want to see parties and people having a good time. That's
totally
what they want to watch.
Yeah.
So
it was released September 24th, 1993. It was actually a commercial disappointment.
Really?
It grossed less than $8 million, so it made its money back, but didn't
got it.
Whatever. And as I said, 1/6 of the budget was spent acquiring the rights to the sound on the soundtrack. But I'm wondering, like, if that's just the film, the soundtrack probably sold a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. So the title of the film is actually from a Led Zeppelin song called Dazed and Confused. But as we've mentioned before, Led Zeppelin is notoriously known for not allowing their music to be used in things.
I mean, how do you think, what do you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I created something and someone had a cool creative idea around and they wanted to pay me to use it, I would let them.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, sure, pay me the money, use the song.
I can't figure out if it's because they're so protective of what they want it to be or because they don't want to sell out.
Probably both.
Maybe both.
I would sell out.
I would too. I'd be like, I already made it. I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, staying true to the art, whatever. Give me the check.
Now, I wouldn't do it if it was for a politician or something. And, a lot of performers get really upset about that when politicians use
that. I understand.
But even if a politician approached me and was like, can I pay you for it? I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
But movies aren't really, unless it's a super political movie.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a slippery slope.
It's easy for us to sit here and say because it'll probably never happen.
No one's going to ask us for our music for a film. But it did have some awesome people on the soundtrack, including Aerosmith, Kiss, Foghat, Alice Cooper, and Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
just to name a few.
So good.
Yeah. So even though it was quote unquote disappointment in the box office, it did become a home video market breakout success. And it ranked 3rd on Entertainment Weekly magazine's list of the 50 best high school movies.
I have a theory why it did better once it was on video.
What is it?
Is because that movie is more enjoyable when you are using substances. So
that's a good point.
I'm not kidding. So, when I was in high school and we would watch this, we'd all be drinking.
Yeah.
When I rewatched it with my husband, we had cocktails.
Yeah.
I don't smoke pot, but that's such an old lady thing to say.
I don't smoke
pot.
I mean, you don't.
But you're old. That would make it way more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what and I'm not endorsing it like you say. I am though for this movie. I am. It makes it more fun. It's just have you ever seen Across the Universe?
Yes.
Okay. Also, way better with substance use.
That's a beautiful movie.
It's so good. And I mean, it's good on its own, but it's amplified. As I'm sure it is, if you watch Wizard of Oz when you go to the Sphere.
Oh my God.
Now, if you have too much, it might be a little scary.
Those flying monkeys in the Sphere, you had a few too many or an edible on the way or something. Oh my God.
If you didn't dose correctly, it could be very scary.
Very scary.
But that's why I think it did better.
That makes sense.
And that was back in the day of Blockbuster and you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was in the heyday of either A, renting it and the studios would make money off rentals or buying it and just watching it on your own over and over. So it makes sense to me too.
Yeah.
And sometimes, just when things hit in theaters, it can just be weird. Maybe it hit at a weird time. I think it said it came out in September.
Oh, yeah, it's a summer movie,
so it's maybe it just didn't hit well when it came out. But then as people kind of started rewatching it or whatever. Yeah, I could totally see that. All right, so let's talk about this director, Richard Linklater. Do you know anything about him?
Why do I know his name? Is he a problem?
He's not a problem that I found.
What else has he done? Because I'm why do I know who this is?
Honestly, just this.
No.
And Slacker. Yeah. I didn't find anything else he's done.
Stuff. Look, everybody out there is going to be messaging us.
They're going to be mad. I promise. I was on IMDb.
No, I believe you.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, this is what I have on him.
Okay.
There might be more. He was born July 30th, 1960. He's a self-taught writer and director. So he didn't go to film school, didn't go to college. And he was one of the first successful talents to emerge during the American independent film renaissance of the 1990s, where it was kind of like cool to make independent films. Typically, he sets each of his movies during one 24-hour period. And his work explored what he said, the youth rebellion continuum, focusing in fine detail on like rites of passage. Things like that.
Because no matter what generation you're in, there's still some kind of universal themes.
Sure.
In America, coming of age.
Definitely.
So
he was born in Houston, Texas, and then he started at Sam Houston State University in 1982, but then he stopped going to school there to work on an offshore oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico, make some money.
It's good money, actually.
And then he ended up relocating to Austin, where he founded a film society and began work on his debut film, 1987's It's Impossible to Learn to Plow by Reading Books.
Hilarious. That's so long.
That's hilarious.
Such a long title.
And then 3 years later was Slacker.
Okay.
And
have you seen Slacker?
I don't think I have.
I have. It's been years. I need to look it up.
Yeah, it came out in 1990, and he got a lot of acclaim for that one at the film circuit in 1991.
I think you would like it.
I think I would too.
Yeah, you need to look
it. Well, one thing I said, like in my general comments when we get to this, is that I do like movies in this style.
I do too.
That aren't like super plot driven and you got to focus to know what's going on in the plot, but it's like a bunch of different stories that kind of come together. I think I've mentioned before I love the movie Crash and this. So like if Slacker's similar, I would probably really like that.
Yeah.
I think I just like seeing lots of different people and how they're different and alike and like how their stories intersect. Like that's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool way to tell stories.
I agree.
Okay. So in 2004, 3 of Linklater's actual high school classmates, Bobby Wooderson, Andy Slater, and Richard Pink Floyd. That's why they called him Pink, because his last name was Floyd. They filed a lawsuit against him.
I mean, valid.
Yeah. They claimed that he used their names and specific personas to create characters in the film without their permission.
I mean, that's valid.
And they claimed that being associated with the reckless, stoner, and party-loving on-screen characters negatively impacted their personal and professional lives.
I mean, I get it. If you're going to use somebody's real-life name and persona, you better pay them.
Right.
Like, if you're going to use my image and my stuff, give me a check.
Right.
Also,
just like change the name. It's not
or
that hard.
yeah.
Right.
Call me Lanny Stones or something.
Yeah. Call me.
Is that what I came up with?
Lanny Stones? Hello?
I said Stones.
Stones? Oh. Lanny Stones. That's actually the character that I'm writing that's based on your persona. That is now her name. Thank
I don't know
you.
Why that is why.
Thank you.
What would
they
yours
just
be? Well, no, you have too long to think about it. See, I just came up with that. Never mind.
I can't. I'll let you know. Or listeners, let us know what my fictional character should be, what my name should be. So they settled out of court for an undisclosed amount.
I get it. Like, okay.
I mean, and it's one of those things. Did they really care, or were they just like, we can get some money?
I mean,
did it really hurt their personal and professional lives? Probably not.
But also, it depends on which character.
True.
Because I feel like Pink wasn't like he was fine. I mean,
teenager.
He was just a teenager, and he was sticking to what he was like. You can't. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not signing this. And if you want me to play, I'll play. But if I don't choose, you can't tell me how to like what to do with my body.
Right.
So like I was like, okay. So who are the other two?
Bobby Wooderson.
Wooderson was who was that? Was that the fucking guy who was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Where he's trying to hit
Rory
on everybody.
Something. Is that him?
Oh, I don't know. I thought Wooderson.
I don't know. I don't remember. But
anyway.
But yeah, so they were them. So anyway, and that's all I have on him.
Okay.
That's it.
Whatever.
Also, disclaimer, just like we had in I Know What You Did Last Summer, I cannot talk about everything about everyone in this film.
No,
there's some people I didn't even put anything on. I just said, here's who they are.
It's fine.
But I took like the main people.
Yeah.
And specifically the ones I was like most interested in the bigger characters. So let's start then with the person who played Pink, Jason London. He was born November 7th, 1972 in San Diego. And he has a twin.
I knew that.
So I feel like I've seen him
His
in
name's
so
Jeremy
many
London,
things.
right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes it's not him. It's his twin.
Yeah. They look way alike.
Way alike.
I was like, Troy, he's the guy that with the twin. Of course, he has no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because the twin was in Mallrats.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of. I was like,
Yeah.
what was he in?
Yeah, he was in Mallrats.
Yes,
but
yes,
in
yes,
my
yes.
head, it was the same person because I didn't know.
They
till
do
today.
sound a little different.
They do sound a little different. Like if you watch them like back to
They have
back.
different teeth.
Oh, okay. All right. So he was born in San Diego. He's the son of Debbie, who was a waitress, and Frank London, who was a sheet metal worker. But then he was raised mainly in DeSoto, Texas. And his mom divorced Jason's father and moved the family 13 times in 6 years.
Ooh, that's hard.
That's rough. I'm sure it's because she had to.
Yeah,
but
that's rough.
And then his identical twin brother, Jeremy, is younger by 27 minutes. So
Wow, that's a lot.
that's kind of a lot for twins.
Ooh, poor
She
mom.
must not have had a C-section, right? Because quicker.
Oh, yeah.
She must have been pushing.
Take him out and be like, just hold on here for a second.
Wait
while
for
your
half an
intestines-
hour.
While your intestines are laying on your body.
Yeah, she must have had them normal. Dang. I did say that. I mean, 1972. Maybe they weren't planning.
They can't leave you cut open like that.
That's what I'm saying. So she must have had them non-C-section.
I know, but like, obviously.
Right. But I feel like, okay, the reason I said that.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me clarify.
Let's rewind.
And I might be wrong. Parents of twins, let me know. I feel like they schedule C-sections for most twins.
I think they do now. More common now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's not as common to just let nature take its course.
I do know people, several people who've had twins, and they had them naturally.
Oh, okay. I'm probably wrong then.
But but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But usually they're like, to your point, usually it's like 4 minutes apart. Or 5 minutes apart,
Bless
something
her.
like
so
that.
She was like delivered one, and then the other one was just hanging on.
I guess.
Oh,
crazy.
Bless.
So as twins, they've acted alongside each other in the 2022 movie Hunk Club. Did you ever see that one?
No.
Me either.
Hunk?
No. What'd you say? Hunt. That's why I wondered why you laughed. Hunt Club.
I thought you said Hunk Club.
No, Hunt.
That is a whole different movie.
No, Hunt.
I mean, it doesn't exist, but I'm just saying.
Yes. That's so funny.
Okay, Hunk Club.
Although there could be a Hunk Club, but I don't think they were
Google
in it.
that.
Let's not. No. Because it probably does exist, but not
You're
in
right.
the way we would want to see. Okay.
Correct.
And then they were on the same episode in February 2003 of the WB Seventh Heaven entitled Smoking. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess
anti-smoking.
that they were bad boys who entered one of the girls' lives or boys and tried to, peer pressure them.
Into smoking.
And smoking was a thing.
Okay.
I don't know. That just feels like it would fit into that genre.
Yeah.
They also have a younger sister, Deidre, who was also an actress, but she died in a car accident in 1992 at the age of 16.
Wow, that's so sad.
That's really rough. And so then Jason London began his career as an actor his junior year of high school. His brother Jeremy wanted to audition for the movie The Man in the Moon. Did you ever see that one with Reese Witherspoon?
Oh, yeah.
That was like her first film. She's super young, 1991. So Jason gave his brother Jeremy a ride to the audition. So they both tried out. So Jason got the part, and his brother was his stunt double.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So they were both in it.
Can you imagine losing a part to your twin?
I know. That'd be rough.
That would be so hard.
Who gave you a ride?
Yeah.
And just was like,
and then they're like, hey, you can just jump off this building for me.
Yeah. Instead. I mean.
Whatever, it's work.
Yeah. And so then he played Reese Witherspoon's love interest in that movie, Court Foster. And then he was in Dazed and Confused. And then he was in a 1995 film called Fall Time, which had David Arquette, Stephen Baldwin, and Mickey Rourke.
Oh.
And then he was in The Rage, Carrie 2 in 1999. Okay. And then Jason and the Argonauts in 2000. And there are more films after that, but I tried to keep it kind of
Xennial time. Everything.
So he played, obviously, in the movie we just watched, the character of Simone, so Joey Lauren Adams' boyfriend, But then his identical twin brother played her ex-boyfriend in Mallrats. Isn't that funny?
I haven't watched Mallrats.
I haven't either. I do like Kevin Smith movies.
I know.
I think they're really fun.
We need to add. I need to keep I'm going to grab it because we need to keep
a little list.
We be saying stuff and then we forget because listen, today it happened.
Look,
I did not watch Dawson's Creek because I didn't write it down and I forgot to do it.
She forgot.
We do this every week and it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm
going to keep talking. And coincidentally, Ben Affleck was also in both of those films.
Oh, yeah.
Mallrats and Dazed and Confused. But Ben Affleck is like a Kevin Smith.
He is.
Staple.
Okay, you know
what? Like he's in everything.
Did Kevin Smith do Dogma?
Yes.
Okay, I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, that one's really, really good.
I love that fucking movie.
So good.
Okay.
And Jason London and Shannon Doherty were good friends. Oh. And she was, until she passed away, the godmother to his daughter.
Aw.
I know. I thought that was so fun. In addition to film and TV, he also appeared in Aerosmith's 1993 video Amazing with Alicia Silverstone.
Okay.
I remember that as soon as I heard that.
I don't remember that.
So he was married, Jason was married to an actress named Charlie Spradling from 1999 to 2011, and they have a child.
Oh,
and
you said Charlie. I was thinking, I didn't know.
No, she's a girl.
Okay.
I looked her up. She was, I don't know if you ever saw To Sleep with a Vampire in 1992.
No, how did I miss that?
I don't know. But I also didn't see it, so I don't know why I said it like that.
You know I be loving vampire stuff. I don't know
and she was Nina in that, and she's brunette. She looked familiar.
Okay,
so she's been in other stuff, but they did get divorced in 2011, which is interesting because in November 2010, Jason became engaged to actress Sophia Karstens, and they got married in 2011, and so that's that.
Okay, well,
so little bit of tough guy stuff surrounding Jason. He was arrested in 2013 for punching a bouncer.
Nope.
And then again in 2021 for public intoxication.
Uh-oh.
So, nothing beyond that. I was going to say no one got hurt, but maybe the bouncer did.
But the bouncer probably did.
Probably, yeah. So he's got a little bit of maybe a short fuse. I don't know. That's all I found on that.
Maybe gets a little angry when he's drinking.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Ben Affleck, which again,
okay, let's do
this is very surface level, my friends. I
know
I'm already not going to say your favorite movie that he was in, and I am sorry for that. But he was born August 15th in 1972 in Berkeley, California, which surprised me because I just assumed he was born in Boston.
I know.
But he did move to Cambridge, Massachusetts at a young age, where he was raised by his mother, Chris Ann, who was a school teacher, and his father, Timothy Byers Affleck, a social worker.
Okay.
And he's mostly of English, Irish, German, and Scottish ancestry.
Same.
He has a middle name, Geza, and it's after a Hungarian family friend who was a Holocaust survivor.
Aw.
Yeah, so that's his middle name, Benjamin Geza Affleck.
That's pretty sounding.
That is really pretty, actually, when you say it all spelled out like that.
Especially with your princess voice. Say it again. Benjamin, what?
Benjamin Geza Affleck.
That's so nice.
Yeah, that sounded nice. Huh. I sounded like one of those people on the hotel TVs that are like, we hope you enjoy your stay.
Or, it also made me think of that SNL skit where they're the podcast, the NPR people.
We just
Delightful Delights. What is it called?
Delicious Dish.
Delightful Delights. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, good. That feels like an SNL name for a show.
Oh, yeah.
And theirs was, it was so long ago, it was a radio show.
Yeah. And I thought it was NPR.
Oh, I thought you said podcast. I thought you said they have their podcast. Okay. So you're right. You're right. NPR radio show.
Yeah.
Yes. Delicious Dish. I do think we'll have to dress up and do some reels as that at some point.
Yes.
Except we should be like talking about 80s and 90s stuff and then throw in a little bit of like what they talk about too.
Hilarious.
Like some of their little phrases.
We have so many good ideas that we never
do. We're going to do that one.
One day when we have lots of time.
We're going to do it. Okay. So ever since he was little, he wanted to be an actor. And his first acting experience was a Burger King commercial.
I've seen it.
And then he was on the PBS mini-series, The Voyage of the Mimi.
Have you heard of it?
I don't know.
Of the what?
Mimi.
Like
M-I-M-I.
Mimi.
I guess so.
Okay.
I feel like maybe it's a boat name? Ship?
I mean, it's probably not a grandma.
Of the grandma? No, probably not. 1984. And it was also around that age that he met his lifelong friend and fellow actor, Matt Damon.
Yeah,
they played Little League together.
I know. Isn't that cute?
Freaking cute.
So
and took
cute.
drama classes together. And they were both extras in the film Field of Dreams.
Oh, that's fun.
In 1989. Yeah. So Ben's teen years consisted mainly of TV movies, small television appearances, and then he made his big introduction into feature films in 1993 when he was cast in Dazed and Confused.
O'Banion.
Mm-hmm. His hair's so funny in the movie.
He looks so old, too.
He does.
Him and the red hair guy.
They do.
Oh, is that Wooderson? I don't know.
Yeah, that might be.
Or wait.
Yeah, you're talking about the guy in the red hair, not Anthony Rapp, the other guy with red hair. Yeah, they looked like grown men. They looked like someone's
fucking
dad.
adults. Yeah.
Yes, they really did. So then he did some independent films after that. Kevin Smith's Mallrats, 95. Chasing Amy. 97.
Also with what's her face?
Joey Lauren Adams. Yeah. Oh, she was so good in that one. He was living in an apartment with his brother Casey and friend Matt Damon. And him and Matt were both getting tired for being turned down for big roles. And since they were both having this problem, that's when they decided to write their own script. And of course, they, being young people, they're like, we're going to call our own shots. We're going to do all this stuff. So they finished it in 1997. They gave it to their agent, Patrick Whitesell, who showed it to a few Hollywood studios, and it was accepted by Castle Rock, which they were super excited about. But Castle Rock wasn't willing in the negotiations to give Ben and Matt the control over the project that they were hoping for.
Boom.
So they, I guess, said no. No,
they went somewhere else, right?
Yep. Their friend, Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Nice to have good friends in high places. Went to the head of Miramax, who bought the script for $600,000, and they got the control they wanted over the film and got to
That's all? For Goodwill Hunting?
$600,000 for the script.
Oh,
they got paid to be actors in it and all of that. Okay. And probably producers too. But for the actual
script. And they won an Oscar, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. They
Come
did.
on.
So, yep, it made them famous. Obviously, it was nominated for 9 Academy Awards.
Yeah, I remember watching.
Dang.
I've watched the Academy Awards since I was a wee baby.
I watched it a lot when I was younger. I don't watch it as much now.
Oh, I don't miss it.
But I remember that specific year because I think that was the Shakespeare in Love year too.
I mean, that was like the 90s.
Like I can remember 97.
97.
But the Oscars would have been in 98.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like early 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was them. And so they were nominated for 9. They did win 2, Best Original Screenplay, and then I don't know. I think it won Best Picture. I'm almost positive, or maybe it was Robin Williams. That might have been when he won his award.
We gotta look at it.
I don't know why I didn't put that one down. I just put original screenplay.
Won one for acting. Who was it? Was it Matt Damon?
It may have been Matt Damon.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm just going to look it up because it's going to drive us crazy if we don't know. Keep going.
Yeah, so that was just a year that they obviously had a wonderful year and it worked out for them.
And they were so young too.
They were really young.
I remember that.
They were really young.
Yeah, Best Supporting Actor. You're right, Robin Williams.
Okay. Yeah. I probably read that when I was doing this too and just didn't pop it in here, so it's like fresh in my mind. So after that, Affleck was in Armageddon, 98. Okay, Shakespeare in Love was 98, so that would have been the year after for the Oscars. And then Pearl Harbor, 2001. Yeah. And then obviously a zillion films since.
Yes,
but I stopped around there. He was married to Jennifer Garner from 2005 to 2018. They have 3 children, Violet, Samuel, Serafina. And then he was married to Jennifer Lopez, 2022 to 2025. I did not know they were married that long.
Yeah.
We talked about this recently. Remember?
Yeah. Well, and they dated before he dated Jennifer Garner.
Right. So his personal life is a whole other ball of wax. Man. But yeah, I remember, and back then, in case... I don't want to assume that the younger folks know about this. So when he dated Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, in like 99, 2000-ish, they were called Bennifer.
Yes.
For them. And then when they got kind of back together in 2021, 2022, people started using the moniker again. Bennifer. The kids would say they were shipped when you make like a...
What?
Yeah, shipped. Have you heard that?
Girl, I don't know that. What is it?
It means like when other people like put people together.
Okay.
Like if you're watching a show like Dawson's Creek and we wanted to ship Pacey and Joey, we're like, that's what they are.
I was like, what's she going to say? She stopped.
Guess what? I probably just
Pacey
said all of that wrong.
Poey.
Right. We have to ship them.
JC.
I like that. That could work.
Stupid. That does not. We're not good at
I mean, Bennifer's kind of stupid.
but you know.
It's got a ring to it. It's got a ring to it.
Yeah.
My husband and I have a ship name.
What is that?
Cabra. Kabra. So we use that for like our umbrella marketing and media company, and then he used that for his wrestling website because he didn't want to use his real name.
That's cute.
So that's our ship
I
name.
don't have one.
And people are just like, what's Cabra? And we're like, it's both of us, even though I have zero to do with his website. I'm in the name. So therefore,
That's okay. Lots of people have things named after them. That's not.
That's true. That's true.
That's fine.
All right. Continuing on with Ben Affleck, he does have a gambling addiction and problem that he as well as some substance issues that he has struggled with in the public eye. He received a lifetime ban from playing blackjack at the Hard Rock Casino because he's so good at card counting.
Whoa. Was he in Rounders? No, Matt Damon.
No, that was Matt. Ben Affleck won $356,000 at the California State Poker Championships in 2004.
Wow.
And he defeated some of the best poker champions in the world.
You know what, though? I was listening to NPR, and I was listening to This American Life. That's one of my favorite podcasts since Jump. Whenever I started listening to podcasts. I used to listen to that back before they had podcasts, and it was just NPR on the radio. Anyways, there was an episode about, I don't know, chances, and they were talking about gambling. It's actually not illegal to count cards.
Right.
Which is, it was so weird to hear it's not illegal, but they don't like it. So I don't understand. I don't remember the ins and outs of that.
Well, they have the right to kick out anyone for any reason.
Oh, for sure.
So it's not even like you're breaking a law.
Right.
But they can ban you.
Correct.
Right. Just like they would for anything else. And so they keep an eye on that. And, dealers keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah.
They're supposed to alert their boss, their pit managers, whatever, when they think someone's just winning too much.
Right.
Yeah. And even if you're not card counting, they can ask you to stop and leave and
get out.
And ban you. Yep. All right. So here's just some random trivia I found on him, most of it from IMDb. His father was once a janitor at Harvard.
Oh, yeah. They talked about that in an interview during Will Huntington.
Yeah. Which was the inspiration for Will at MIT. Okay, this is great. It's a little dog fact. So, I had to put it in here. Except to me, it ends kind of sad, but that's okay. When he was little, he asked his mom for a dog. She tested him by making him walk an imaginary dog for a week. He only lasted for 5 days, not 7, so she wouldn't let him get the dog.
I mean, that's valid. That is so valid because taking care of animals is hard.
It's so hard.
And if you want one to take care, listen, go ahead, Mom.
Yeah.
If he really wanted it, he would have made those 2 extra days.
It's true. You were so close. You were so close, Ben.
That's hilarious.
When he needed to go to rehab in 2001, Charlie Sheen drove him.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's nice.
When he was growing up, the Marvel comic book character Daredevil was his favorite.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he got to play him in 2003. Isn't that
so amazing?
So cool?
That'd be like if I got to be She-Ra.
Oh my gosh. That'd be amazing.
Way too old now, but one day.
One day.
Troy and I need to dress up like She-Ra and He-Man.
You do. Please do it. Please
just
do
hit
it.
me.
Yep, that's it. You're doing it. Put it in your little notes. Okay. So in 1999, he was nominated for the Razzie Award. Worst screen couple in a movie for Armageddon.
Oh, yeah.
With actress Liv Tyler.
They had no chemistry.
It was awful.
It was really bad.
I really like Liv Tyler, but I feel like she's not a romantic character. I don't feel like the way she presents herself on film is engaging or emotional enough to be in a relationship.
So unpopular opinion, I just think she's beautiful and not a good actor.
Okay, that's fair. Which is
maybe lovely to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Put her in those Lord of the Ring movies where she just has to be pretty and elf-like or whatever the hell she does.
She was great in those movies.
For
that reason.
I am not a Lord of the Rings person, which is weird because I love fantasy stuff.
Yeah, that's strange.
The stories go too slow for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
So they didn't win, but then in 2004 he was nominated again and did win the Worst Screen Couple Award with Jennifer Lopez in Giggly.
Yeah, right. How do you say it? Because that was always a joke. It's not how we think it's done.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, that movie was so bad.
That was just a bad movie.
It was so bad.
And then in 2005, he was nominated once again for Worst Screen Couple, this time with both of the actresses in the film Jersey Girl.
Yeah. Listen, don't feel bad for Ben Affleck, guys. He's fine. He's fine.
He's won plenty of normal things, makes a lot of money, married 2 beautiful women named Jennifer.
Fine. And I'm sure
Jennifer's.
I know.
Oh,
he sure did.
He's one of us.
I'm sure he was probably just like, whatever. You win some, you lose
I would
some.
be.
Cashing my checks at the bank.
Right. I mean, this is after he already won an Oscar.
Yeah.
So come on.
Look at my shelf.
Come on. We're fine. So let's move on to Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, boy.
Born November 4th, 1969, which is my daughter's birthday.
1969?
No. I won't say the year because, again, trying to not give all the bots online too much information, but she was born on November 4th. And so a lot of people in this film were actually from Texas.
That's fun.
Which is fun. Not Ben Affleck, obviously, but so he was born in Uvalde, Texas.
I know where that is.
Really?
Well, when Troy went to pilot training, the first place I ever lived with him was Del Rio, Texas, and Uvalde is around there.
Okay, cool. His mother, Mary Kathleen, was a substitute school teacher, originally from New Jersey, and his father, James Donald McConaughey, was a Mississippi-born gas station owner who ran an oil pipe supply business.
Have you listened to
Green Light?
Man,
it's really good.
I can just listen to that man talk.
Yeah. So that's his autobiography, and I would recommend if you want to read it to listen to it.
Yeah. 100%.
Because it's really, really good. So he's of Irish, Scottish, German, English, and Swedish descent. And he grew up in Longview, Texas, where he graduated from high school in 1988. And he had no interest in his father's oil business, which his 2 brothers did join. And he wanted something different. So he actually spent a year in Australia washing dishes and shoveling chicken manure. Wow.
Get it, kid.
And then when he was back, he went to the University of Texas in Austin. Originally, he wanted to be a lawyer. But he read a book called what?
But he was in A Time to Kill.
Yeah, and in The Lincoln Lawyer. Yeah, both of them. He discovered an inspirational Og Mandino book called The Greatest Salesman in the World. Okay. Before one of his final exams, he suddenly knew he had to change his major from law to film.
That's so him, though.
That's so him.
Like,
I feel
had this epiphany. I can't do Matthew McConaughey.
No, but honestly, like he's so deep,
he's
but
so
also
woo-woo. I love it.
like, yeah, he really is.
I know,
like more than you would expect. So then he began his acting career in 1991 in some student films and commercials, just regionally in Texas. And then once in his hotel bar in Austin, he met the casting director and producer Don Phillips, who introduced him to director Richard Linklater for his next project.
Yeah.
So this is what I mentioned earlier, but I want to read it exactly like I found it. Okay. At first, Linklater thought Matthew was too handsome to play the role of a guy chasing high school girls, but cast him anyway after Matthew grew out his hair and mustache. His character was initially only in 3 scenes. It was a very small role, but it grew to more than 300 lines as Linklater encouraged him to do some improvisations, and they stayed in the film.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, and look, if someone gives you that opportunity,
you fucking take it.
You best know I'll be doing it. Like, I want you to be like, no, that's fine. I'll just do what's in the script. Oh, you want to know what else I'd like to do in this film? Here I go. I come up with something. And if it gets cut later, fine. But you got to shoot your shot, which he did. In 1995, he starred in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Opposite Renee Zellweger. He was in the film Lone Star in 1996 and A Time to Kill, where he was an idealistic young lawyer opposite Sandra Bullock and Kevin Spacey. He was in Contact in 1997 with Jodie Foster, and then he was in Steven Spielberg's Amistad, which was 1997. And then in 1998, he teamed again. Oh, okay. So see, this is another one of Richard Linklater's films. There you go. When you asked if there were more.
I was like, he did something.
He was a bank-robbing brother in The Newton Boys, 1998, which was set in Uvalde, Texas.
Yeah.
He also wrote, directed, and starred in the 20-minute short film The Rebel in 1998. Okay. And then once the 2000s hit, he was getting cast in romantic comedies a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was in The Wedding Planner opposite Jennifer Lopez. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Kate Hudson.
Was he in Failure to Launch?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And Terry Bradshaw naked.
So good. Terry Bradshaw naked. Guys.
He went to my college, by the way.
Yeah, you know, well, crazy. So
I'm looking this up. I keep
even
talking.
though I've kind of been stopping around the 2000s, I did want to mention that in 2013, he played HIV carrier Ron Woodruff in the biographical drama Dallas Buyers Club, which was shot in less than a month.
I know.
And he also lost 47 pounds.
Yeah. And you know who else was in that won an Oscar was Jared Leto.
Yes. Oh, they're both so good.
Mm-hmm.
What a like great and important film.
There was some backlash though.
Yeah.
Because
neither of them is
a gay man. And and Jared Leto played a I don't know if they were a trans character or
just presenting.
Yeah. But there was a lot of backlash about that.
Which I do understand.
I do too. I mean, I get it.
When you have actors who do identify and could do it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But
we'll keep going.
And he did, for that film, he did win Best Actor. And the Golden Globe for Best Actor. Sorry, he won Best Actor for the Oscar and the Golden Globe, among other awards.
For Dallas Buyers Club?
Yeah.
Wasn't he also nominated for Time to Kill?
I don't think so. I didn't see that anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
He's married to Camilla Alves McConaughey.
Who's beautiful.
Beautiful and seems awesome. She seems like kind of down to earth and woo-woo as well.
Yeah, for real.
They married in 2012 and they have 3 children. Vita, Livingston, and Levi.
Cute.
So this is so him, but I was also like, I would probably also do this. He has 3 bedrooms in hhis house he has more than 3 bedrooms in his house, but there are 3 in his house specifically that he just like rotates sleeping in. For like different reasons. That just sounds kind of fun.
Oh,
like whatever mood I'm in.
Katie dreams of having a house with extra rooms. Because there's so many people in her house.
Honestly, yes.
She's my like, own I would just rotate.
The room for me and my dog.
Yeah.
The room I share with my husband. Just wherever I want to be.
Does his wife go with him?
It doesn't sound like it. It just sounds like something he does. Well, maybe she does. Maybe she does.
Just wondering.
Maybe she's just like, I'll be in this one if you feel like also joining me at some point. I don't know.
Hilarious.
He's an animal lover.
Yeah.
He helped rescue many. I wrote critters. Why did I?
Because he probably had said that.
That's probably why.
That's probably what he
including countless pets stranded after Hurricane Katrina.
Yep, I remember that.
He is afraid of revolving doors. He doesn't use them.
I don't love them either because I always get stuck. Like
afraid of getting stuck.
Yeah,
yeah, or like your clothes stuck between.
Escalators also freak me out. Like I am one of those people who like pauses before, and then I'm like Buddy the Elf, where
like one leg, half of your body is brave enough.
It used to drive Troy crazy because, like, when you go places with escalators and you have a stroller, and you have to like put the stroller on the thing.
Oh, I hate that.
And I would just stand there, and Troy would be like, "I will do it." I'm like, "But what if you fall over?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" And
I've got the stroller to keep my balance. I'm like that with like suitcases at the airport too. I'm like, I feel like I can't get myself and my suitcase on safely despite hundreds of people around me doing it successfully
over
and over again. Yeah. So this is so great. Okay. Police responded
to bongos.
Yes.
Naked? Yeah.
You know this one?
I do.
All right. So listeners, if you don't know this one, the police responded to a disturbance call at his home in Austin in October 1999. When they arrived, the music was blaring and Matthew was playing bongo drums in the nude.
Yep. He talked about that in his book, I think.
Yeah, he did.
There was also a lot of SNL, like, we can update funny things about it.
Yeah. I can just imagine.
He was probably high, too.
And he was probably just like, yeah, that was me. Like
I'm just living, fun. Man. I'm just living
my life. He was actually considered to play Jack Dawson in Titanic in 97. But then Leonardo DiCaprio, who was the first choice, he was like not sure if he could do it when he accepted that. But I feel like even in 97, Matthew McConaughey would have looked too grown up, I think.
So
He's
too
handsome.
Yeah.
Where at that age, Leo was like cute.
Correct.
And I don't think he could play like cute, young, naive, whatever. I just don't think that would have worked. He was voted most handsome his senior year of high school.
I was going to say every year.
Every year,
of his
including
life.
This one. But it started in high school. Well, probably before that. All right, so that's Matthew McConaughey. Let's go to Milla Jovovich, who played Michelle. She was born December 17th, 1975. She's a Ukrainian-American actress, supermodel, fashion designer, singer, and public figure who has been on the cover of more than 100 magazines and starred in such films as The Fifth Element in 1997 and the Resident Evil franchise, which kicked off in 2002.
I mostly remember her from modeling, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I even saw her in this, I was like, oh, yeah, that's that model. But she's done other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, especially like Resident Evil.
I know.
It's huge. Yeah. So she was born in the Ukrainian SSR Soviet Union, which is just now in Ukraine. She had a Serbian father who was a medical doctor. So this is very interesting. So he was a medical doctor, and he met her mother, a Russian actress. And then at the age of 5 in 1981, Milla emigrated with her parents from the Soviet Union to London first, then to Sacramento, and then they settled in Los Angeles. But so her dad was a medical doctor. They were house cleaners when they came over.
Crazy.
Because your credentials don't transfer. But they cleaned the home of director Brian De Palma, who was a pretty big director in the 80s into the 90s. I know we've mentioned him a few times in a couple things we've watched. So eventually her parents did separate and they divorced because her father was arrested and spent several years in prison because of a massive medical health insurance scam.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that. So that's all I have to say. I wouldn't even know how, so it's easy for me to be like...
It's hard, actually. You have to
resist
be incredibly
temptation.
smart to do insurance fraud.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And nowadays, especially, I can't.
Know.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So she shot to international fame after she was spotted by the photographer Richard Avedon at the age of 11.
Wow.
That's
kind of creepy, though.
That is kind of creepy. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like when Sarah Michelle Gellar was in the pizza place and they approached her, an agent approached her.
Did I tell you that I had a friend in college who we would get approached in the mall all the time about her modeling by creepy people?
Oh, I don't like that.
And she did do some modeling. And I remember the first time it happened and she was like, I already have an agent. Thank you. Because she did. But it was great because she was tall and slim. And she was like, it was the 90s, so the late 90s. So she was like tall and skinny, like she super skinny.
Trendy, yeah.
And you know who she looked like was a tall version of, who's the one? Is it Rachel Lee Cook? She was in that movie where she's like nerdy and then gets...
I think that is her, yeah.
And she was in that episode of Dawson's Creek.
Yes, that's her.
That's who she looked like.
Oh,
and
but taller.
But tall.
Okay.
And people would come up to her all the time. It was weird. And she was just used to it, but I was
and she knew what to say, but still.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, creepy.
So she got her first professional model contract at age 12, and she was on the cover of The Face, Vogue, Cosmopolitan. In 1994, she appeared on the cover of High Times in the UK. And the total number for magazine covers worldwide was over 100 by 2004.
Damn.
It's obviously gone up since then. In 2004, she made $10.4 million, becoming the highest paid supermodel in the world. Crazy. So that's like 9 years after Dazed and Confused.
Wow.
Which she was modeling before that anyway. And she's been in campaigns for Chanel, Versace, Emporio Armani, Donna Karan, DKNY, Celine, P&K, H&H, and continues her role as the worldwide spokesperson and model for L'Oreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still in stuff for them. She made her acting debut in the Disney Channel movie The Night Train to Kathmandu. Don't remember that. It was on 1998. She was a guest star on the television series Married with Children. She played a French exchange student.
I don't remember.
You remember that?
No. I used to watch that show, though.
She was in Paradise and Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I don't remember that show either. She was in a lot of little TV shows. And then in the 80s and early 90s, she was several supporting roles. Then starred in Return to the Blue Lagoon in 1991.
Right.
Yep. And then in 97, she was in The Fifth Element, starring alongside Bruce Willis. And then the title character of The Messenger, The Story of Joan of Arc, 1999. So she was Joan of Arc.
Don't remember that.
Me either, but I don't know. I don't really see her as Joan of Arc.
She's too pretty.
Yeah. Joan of Arc was like rugged.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, because I knew her.
So did I.
And
I've seen the Polaroids.
And there's obviously actual photographic evidence of what she looked like. She's huge into philanthropy. Not Joan of Arc. Well, maybe. back to Milla now. She has served as the Master of Ceremonies and co-chaired with Elizabeth Taylor for the AmFAR and Cinema Against AIDS event at the Venice Film Festival. And she's also heavily involved with the Ovarian Cancer Research Fund as well as the Wildlands Project.
Okay.
She became engaged to director Paul Anderson, and their daughter is named Ever, which is cute. Ever Anderson, 2007. And then they got married in 2009. And then their second daughter, Dashiell, was born April 1st, 2015.
Okay.
So that's them. Parker Posey.
Let's go. Love her.
So Parker Posey was older than I expected. She was born in 68.
Yeah, she's short.
She's short. Yeah, and she was she's older than Matthew McConaughey. She was actually born 2 months premature in Baltimore, Maryland, and she has a twin brother. All kinds of twins in this movie.
Come on.
So obviously, they were both born premature. His name's Chris. He's a lawyer in Atlanta. He is not also an actor. And they were born to Linda and Chris Posey. And they were born in Baltimore, moved to Louisiana.
Hey.
And then Laurel, Mississippi.
Hey.
Where her dad became the owner of Laurel's own Posey Chevrolet car dealership. And she attended high school there. And then she went to college at the prestigious liberal arts schools at SUNY, so State University of New York, Purchase, which I was like, is that a typo? I've never heard of that. I looked it up. No, that's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
It must just be a location name. And while she was there, she was actually the roommate of Sherry Stringfield, who was on ER.
Oh, yeah.
So they were roommates.
That's fun.
So she has been dubbed the Queen of Indies by Time Magazine because she's been in more than 30 independent films, and a lot of them were like low-budget, grassroots kind of things that she's been in. She learned to play the mandolin for her role in the Christopher Guest film A Mighty Wind.
Can I tell you, Christopher Guest movies are a win for me.
They're
every
so good.
time. We watched Best in Show not too long ago, and I just dead. Like, everybody is so funny all the time in those movies.
All the time. So good.
A Mighty Wind was so good.
That was really good.
Okay, anyway, but yay, so she was really playing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She's actually playing. She is an accomplished mime.
Yes, ma'am.
And I can see it. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, just like her. Yep, I can see it. In August 2009, she revealed that she does suffer from Lyme disease.
Yeah.
So she's dealing with that. She's a close friend of Jimmy Fallon. She was actually one of his neighbors when he lived in New York City. I think he still lives in New York City, but
and she's in that new show, White Lotus, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of those yet. My sister is on me. She's like,
they're good. I watched the first and second season, so I'm behind, but they are really good.
I heard an interview with her on NPR, on Fresh Air, I think it was, and I was like, God, I gotta watch the show because I love her.
Yeah, all the actors are really good, and I just feel like it's kind of soap opera, kind of suspense. It's a good show. Now
I'm thinking of her in Best in Show and of her running around trying to find her dog's bee. Like, do you know?
Yeah.
And she plays a bitch a lot.
She does.
She plays it so well, but she sounds so nice in real life.
She does sound really nice.
But it is fun to play bitch. Katie gets to in this show.
I get to. I know. I've been like really thinking about my character choices lately. Like at home, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it'll be fine. I'll get it going.
Because Katie gets to be mean.
I get to be mean.
And bitchy and snarky.
Yep.
And sing really fast.
Correct. So what could go wrong with any of the things that you're describing for me to do? No, it's going to be really, really fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But she has Parker Posey has that original resting bitch face.
Yeah.
She just looks intimidating. I wouldn't say she looks like a bitch, but she looks intimidating.
Do you know what? I was thinking the other day, I don't think of you and I as people who have RBF. And then I was like, actually, we do kind of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we smile a lot, but we do. Like, when I catch screenshots of us, not doing shit. And then somebody said something to me the other day when I was just sitting there like, oh no, it was when we were in Shrek rehearsals and when we were doing the dragon training and the guy playing Donkey came up to me and he's like, oh my God, your face, as Jared was our director was talking to you, he's like, was fucking priceless. I was like, what was I doing? I wasn't, and he's like, oh, because and I was like, I was just standing there.
Yeah.
But he thought I was being like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And I was like, are you serious? Like I wasn't feeling that in that moment.
Oh my gosh.
So then I
Hilarious.
was like, I was like, I have to remember to tell Katie that because yesterday while we were sitting there in rehearsal, I was like, are we having RBF right now? I think we are.
Yeah. And I think when we're together, it's worse because even if we're just sitting there, not even necessarily having like a negative thought, when we're both next to each other doing it, definitely.
We look fucking mean.
We do look kind of mean.
Fucking mean.
So maybe we're intimidating and we just didn't realize it. Maybe.
We're not mean. I mean, we can be if we have to, but we're not.
Of course.
Most of the time. Katie's way nicer than me.
But I mean, I do have a face. I get a face. Yeah. And I know I do at rehearsals too.
Because we're concentrating.
But like, even like, so my studio just finished hair and I had gone into a rehearsal when we were first trying to figure out sound.
Oh.
And I was frustrated with the sound because to me, when you pay all this money for all this equipment, it'd be nice just to plug it in and for it to work. But that's not how it works.
No.
Now with sound, it uses sound waves, all the science of it takes forever. So I was just hard at work trying to work on that and do different stuff and turn different knobs and move speakers. But my daughter works with someone who's in the cast. And that person said to my daughter the next day, oh gosh, is your mom okay? She looked so like mad last night. She looked so stressed. And my daughter was like, oh, I don't know. She seemed fine to me. So then later she's like, are you doing okay? And I was like, yeah. She's like, how's hair? I'm like, great. You know, so yeah, it's great. It's exciting. She's like, oh, because she said this. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, had nothing to do with anybody there. It was the freaking sound was making me mad and it's not their fault. So it was just funny because I didn't realize it was noticeable that I was like unhappy.
Right.
While they're trying to rehearse.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I make fun of my husband all the time because he really has one.
Mm-hmm.
You're so too.
Oh, yeah.
And but like my husband's whole family, like him and his sister, all his siblings, they all have it. Like, and they're not mean. They're all very nice.
Yeah.
And I'm always teasing him. And then I thought the other day, like, well, fucking shit. I think I have the same thing. Like, honestly, maybe most people just be looking like that.
Maybe. I guess it depends when you catch them and, you know. Like, I don't know. I think, too, as I'm getting older, I'm just not masking as much as I used to.
Oh, well, maybe that's what it is.
Partly because I just don't have the energy. Partly because I don't care. And I think I'm in spaces a lot. I'm in a lot of safe spaces, too. And I think that's probably true for you. So, like, I don't feel like I have to mask if I'm frustrated with sound at a rehearsal. I'm not going to be mean to everybody about it, but like I don't have to pretend like everything's okay. Same with like when I'm working with, you know, people at my studio, my students, my home, my friends, like I don't have to put on a show very often. Yeah. So maybe sometimes the true feelings or just not an overly happy feeling kind of comes through. I'm not really good at masking. Like if I'm pissed, you're going to know. You going to know? I can't. But also on the flip side, if I'm excited, you're like, it's either 1 or 100 with me, like or 0 to 100. Like I'm never just kind of neutral, which is probably something I need to fix. I mean, why fix it now? Right? That's what I tell my husband all the time. I've been living this long. Why do I need to fix it? You got this far. Oh, boy. Save your energy for other things. On track. All right. So I just have a little bit more on a couple people. All right. Anthony Rapp I had to include because he's just lovely. He is. I just love him. And he played Tony in the film. He was born October 26, 1971. He also is another one that started his career at a young age when he was 6. Wow. He got his first professional job at the age of 9. Damn. And of course, his huge breakout, yes, he was in this film. He did a great job. But he originated the role of Mark Cohen in Jonathan Larson's production of the Broadway musical Rent. Mm-hmm. He's on the original cast recording, which has been streamed billions of times at this point. He wrote the book Without You, which is a memoir about his career and the experience of losing his mother to cancer at the same time he was rehearsing Rent to and then Jonathan Larson died. Yeah. The day before it debuted. Yeah. Oh, that whole story just so sad. You know, my book, Legacy List, right? So I think about a lot of that stuff and I think about that a lot. Mm-hmm. It's so heartbreaking because you're like, oh my God, he didn't get to see. But on the other hand, it's like, it still happened. I know.
But
and the
still.
seeds that he planted still grew, right?
Still.
But I know,
Ugh.
I know. So Anthony Rapp is actually a cousin of Jesse Tyler Ferguson, the redhead from Modern Family.
How funny.
Yeah. And he is a childhood friend of the actor-comedian Andy Dick.
Oh.
They like knew each
I
other.
hadn't thought about that guy in a while.
Yeah, me either. I didn't put it in here, but I know maybe 10 years ago now, maybe not quite so long, he wrote an essay for the New York Times about Kevin Spacey.
Oh.
And some like gross behavior.
Yeah,
because he was when he was a young man, like a minor, he was in like Broadway shows and stuff. That's kind of how he came up. And he's alleges that there was nothing happened, but that there was like a proposition when he was a child by him, which of course Kevin Spacey was like, I don't remember this at all. And if it did happen, I'm so sorry kind of thing. But it actually was the impetus for several other people to also say similar things. So, so that was a thing with him. All right, let's go to Joey Lauren Adams, who played Simone. She's January 8th, 1968. She's been in several Kevin Smith films, including Chasing Amy, for which she was nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Actress. She didn't win, but she was nominated. She was born in North Little Rock, Arkansas, the youngest of 3 children. Her father was a lumberyard owner. I think that's really fun. And her mom was a homemaker. And she grew up in the Overbrook neighborhood and graduated from North Little Rock Northeast High School.
Woo.
In 1986. And then she was actually an exchange student for 1 year in Australia. So another one.
Too,
yeah, weird, right? And when she got back from that, she announced it was her intention to pursue acting.
Okay.
She is a huge fan of country music. You knew it. She actually wrote the song that she sings in Chasing Amy.
She?
Uh-huh.
Love that.
Yeah. And then when her brother was in a coma from an automobile accident, he would only show a response from her distinctive voice, like that he could like hear and comprehend, because she does have a very distinctive voice. She actually filmed a scene for Wayne's World 2, but her scene was later deleted during editing.
Oh.
I know. What a bummer. I'm sure we could find it now, because I bet it's really cute. So some of the people I didn't talk about, Cole Hauser, Adam Goldberg, Nikki Katt, and Rory Cochrane were all in the film as well. Because at some point...
You gotta stop.
So, for whatever reason, I decided to go down the Reddit rabbit hole on this one. Oh, because
you love doing that.
I love it. Okay. So I'm going to read you exactly some quotes I found. I tried to be balanced.
Wow, there's a lot.
I have 2 that are like... people not so sure about this movie, and someone explaining why it's a great movie.
All right, let's go.
So here's the first one, and this is a direct quote. I would like to ask you, what did you like about this movie? I didn't have any high hopes or great expectations, but I sure wasn't expecting that. The movie felt so empty and boring and superficial dialogues. I mean, sure, they're teenagers, but what's the point of showing an hour and a half of kids driving around drinking and smoking?
Because that's what they do.
Is it something about the time and setting of the movie I missed? And then in parentheses, it says, I'm not American.
What the fuck? Okay.
What? I love Reddit. Is it just obsolete? Was it a mere reflection of the life of teenagers back then and considered cool?
The answers are all yes.
Yes, so that was it. That's all I have from his. And then people were commenting different things.
I mean, that's what
like some people were trying to explain, like, no, that you're like, correct. That's what the movie's about. And then other people were like, I agree, and it's just glamorizing this or that. And then he said something like, I didn't like the film, and someone put, oh my God, it's a quote from the movie where they're like, it would be better if you did, or whatever.
A whole lot cooler.
If you did. And so people, and he like responded to it. He was like, well, I'm sorry that I didn't. And I was like, dude, it's a quote from the movie. Like, calm down. Okay, so that was one. Here's another one. I hated it in the first 10 minutes. I wasn't expecting The Breakfast Club or anything, but I knew it was a critically acclaimed film. So I kept waiting for something to happen, and it never did. This person says, I'm 26 and from America, just saw the movie. It was straight trash. This is my first time commenting on Reddit just to say I hated the movie.
I love these comments that you picked and choose.
There were so many, and these are the ones I picked. It must not have aged well. No plot. There's no main character. And what was up with the paddling, which we'll talk about.
Paddling?
Paddling, like the hazing.
Oh.
With the paddles.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Here is someone who, like,
that's a lot.
Still likes the film.
All right.
I think it accurately reflects what life was like for American teens in the 70s. As you said, throughout the movie, it doesn't appear to be anything other than a bunch of teens driving around and drinking and smoking. I think this adds to the realism of what life was really like in the 70s. There was no internet or cell phones or nearly half of the entertainment available to kids' teens than there are now, and kids and teens were restless and bored. At the end of the movie, there is a quote, "I just want to look back and be able to say that I did my best while I was stuck in this place."
Mm-hmm.
The nothingness in the movie, again, aids to perfectly represent American teens in the 70s and how they were left to their own devices to find things to do, which can be hard for our new generation today to understand with everything we have at our disposal to entertain ourselves.
You know, I was thinking about why our generation enjoyed that movie so much. It's because that was a nostalgic time for us. Like, kids today are looking back on like the early 2000s as like, oh, that was like the best time, or like, you know,
Yeah.
and then the generation before them looked back at like the 80s, and you know, it's just one of those things to look back. That's why generations after think it's cool, is because it's different than what you're experiencing.
Totally.
Correct.
And even when we would have been watching this, which
That's what I mean.
that's like you're saying, like there was obviously internet and stuff like that, but no cell phones or anything yet. Certainly not smartphones, not streaming music, not streaming. So, but even then, the things in this movie were dated for us, you know? So like you said, it's kind of like a time we never did experience.
Right.
Which is a little different than like when we look back on things from things we experienced. Yes. That's true nostalgia.
Right.
But it's like a nostalgia for a time you didn't have. Which is really interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. All right. That's all I had on the film. I know you guys are glad I got the Redditors on board for this one. All right. So general thoughts.
Okay.
My first one is interesting. I was thinking about this when you said it was better when you guys were having a cocktail. Because I watched this one early morning over a couple days.
Oh, yeah. See, it's got to be a one and done.
I was caffeinated. I was drinking coffee. But I actually said I didn't really enjoy rewatching it.
I could see that, though, because I think it's got to be, and there was another movie we watched that you did like that. And I said, I think it's because you didn't do it in a full thing. And remember when we had the intention that when we watch movies, you were going to fucking sit down.
This last week, I could not.
I know. I mean, I didn't even watch Dawson's Creek. So listen, I can't preach to nobody. But we need to start that again, is what I was going to say. I wasn't saying that to lecture you. I was saying we're going to start that again.
It does make a difference.
Because I think that's a good point. It does make a difference if you watch it in bed.
And I did enjoy it. I was like, when's it done?
See?
And I watched it alone.
And see?
Would have been more fun to watch with somebody else. Yeah.
Well, and I think when I rewatched it with Troy, it was fun. Like, the music was good. And we had to pause it a few times to talk about some stuff because I was like, this don't hit the same anymore.
True.
And we're going to get there because we'll be talking about that for a bit.
Yes.
But I think he made a good point. Right when it started and we're watching, he's like, look, no cell phones. He's like, everybody is present the whole time. And then we were like and then it made us remember things like that we did as teens, like where they're driving around and they kept switching cars whenever they would meet. We used to do that.
Yeah.
Like, and there, there was different meetup spots. Like they had that like drive-in burger place and you just see who you would see. I mean, we had one strip that we would drive up and down, like looking for people, like, so I think I did enjoy it. But there's a whole part of it they should have left out.
Yes.
And that is Matthew McConaughey's character.
Yes.
Which we'll get to.
Even though I said I didn't enjoy rewatching it that much, I did have a lot of fun seeing the young actors.
Yeah.
And again, that thing I've already mentioned, that big ensemble cast where there's a lot going on with a lot of people and it all kind of intersects. I just enjoy. Like, I find that engaging. So, yeah, we can get into it. Matthew McConaughey stuff, not great. In some ways, it reminds me of Jerry O'Connell's character in Can't Hardly Wait. Although that one was that one you were meant to believe that he was a loser.
Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell. Because, like, Trip McNeely, like, he's just sitting out there by himself drinking beers, and you're like, oh, like, what a loser. Which this one, not so much.
Not really.
He's part of the peer group.
Right. So here's my thing. As we were watching this, and Troy and I were talking about this, I said, first of all, it used to be funny. And like a lot of the catchphrases from this movie are his character's lines. And this is the thing that's shitty, is that it used to be funny. Like, because, and I said it brings up this whole, especially just because this has been on my mind a lot lately with lots of things that's happening in our country and just in our society as a whole. I've just been thinking about the narrative that surround men and how they treat women. And we were born in this society that says, oh, this creepy older guy who's preying on younger women. Oh, it's funny.
Right.
It's funny and it's expected. Because as we're watching, I said, you know what's crazy is we all knew somebody like that, whether in high school or college. And Troy was like, oh, yeah. And I said, remember that guy? Because Troy and I did not date in college, but he's 4 years older than me. But we had mutual friends that overlapped, and we were there sometimes at the same time. And I said, yeah. I said, even in college, I said, remember that guy Pops? Like, this fucking guy was like in his 30s hanging out at a fraternity house, and he was a creep. Like, trying to hit on these 18-year-old girls that would come in who are barely legal.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, the thing.
And yet he was allowed to be there.
And people thought it was funny.
Right.
And then they would tell you as a young girl, hey, watch out for Pops, but he's harmless. No, because some of the shit he would say would make you feel disgusting. And like that, like, and then like, you know, Matthew McConaughey's character like slaps that girl in the ass, who is a senior. So probably isn't even 18 yet.
Probably not.
So let me say this. Teenagers are still children.
Yes.
They are children. And he isn't a grown-ass adult man.
Yep.
Slapping the ass of a child. And I never thought about that until we rewatched it.
Totally. And I wonder, especially given like how deep and profound Matthew McConaughey is, if on a look back, I'm sure there's probably an interview out there somewhere, if he doesn't love the character either. I'm sure.
I mean, because here's the thing. This has been a part of our society since the beginning. I feel like now we hopefully know a little better, but we're still
right.
It's still a problem. And I said the thing that sucks, because then of course I get on like a tangent when stuff like this happens, and my husband's like, oh God. So this is really I had to pause it. But it's all valid. And I said to him, it's different for me when I get upset about it than you, because every single female I know in my life was preyed on by a creepy older man at some point in their life. Whether that means there was just a comment said to them somewhere out in public, whether it was an inappropriate look, whether it was, more than that with touching or whatever. I cannot think of a female who has not experienced it.
Right.
Like, y'all think about the Me Too movement, it's because it's fucking every female.
Yes.
Like, there is not one. But we don't even realize it. That, like, there's so much stuff from when I was younger that I didn't even absorb as a problem. I just laughed it off and was like, oh, whatever. Or I was like, oh, that made me uncomfortable, but it's fine. But now as an adult, I think back, like, I can remember being 12 years old, going to like a Supercuts with my sister, get my hair cut. And the guy cutting my hair made me so uncomfortable. And he kept asking me how old I was and telling me how old, oh, you look so much older, and like creepy fucking shit.
Right.
But I didn't know what that was. Now, nothing else happened. I never saw that man again. But I said to my sister in the car, I don't ever want to go there again.
Right. Because you felt it, and it is inappropriate to, it's one thing, like, obviously hairdressers make conversation, but depending on the level, and even if it's a normal conversation, but you feel something different or shifting.
And it wasn't. I mean, thinking back now, I'm like, he was being gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, literally gross. And I was 12 years old.
Oof.
And I did not look, and it doesn't matter because I said I am 12. And I did not look older when I was 12. I looked like a fucking 12-year-old.
Right.
But even if I looked 18, I said I'm 12 years old.
Right. Right. There you go. Period. Dot.
I don't know. That character was really hard to absorb because also he's hanging out, like, if you're a grown-ass man hanging out with high school kids, something's wrong with you.
Yes, that. Exactly. And they probably are kind of making fun of you on some level.
Right.
Because of that, even if the behavior's kind of tolerated. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. It made me really uncomfortable too. Yeah. That and the physical violence of the hazing.
Okay. And the hazing. That was the other thing because that's been in a conversation with me and my oldest because he's in a fraternity. And now there's so many laws in place about hazing, but he said people still want to do because they find ways around it. I mean,
Sure.
was that like a couple years ago, the high school here got in trouble for football hazing because they had video.
Stupid.
But I mean, when Troy was in college, I mean, they had paddles. They all had handmade paddles. And that's how you became, like, you'd have to go to every active member and get your paddle and then they sign it. I mean, I remember them doing it at bars. Like,
yeah, it was a thing when I was in college too.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And it's just sort of like, what?
It's just stupid.
You know what I mean?
It's so stupid. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's toxic
really dumb.
masculinity.
And
not to put a keyword on it, but.
I mean, it is. It is. And it's also like another problem with how it was used in this movie is that particularly when it happened to Mitch.
Right.
Then he like, quote unquote, passed the test.
Yeah.
And he could like come to the party and be with all the cool people. And to him, he like felt good about it.
I know.
And it's like, I mean, again, not everyone was invited after that for the same things, but like it was sort of meant to be like, see, it was all for a good reason, right? Everyone's happy now.
I know.
And it's like, there's no other way to like do this. I mean, yeah, I didn't love it.
I mean, I will say that was true to the times.
Mm-hmm. It was.
I didn't like it, but, I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, if you're keeping it true to the times, that could still stay in, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like Matthew McConaughey's character could have just been taken out. Or you could have put in somebody else who was their age that was, I don't know. I just.
That acted that way maybe, but was their age or girls like kind of shot him down or something, like that was the joke that he thought he was great and he wasn't. I don't know.
The whole older man preying on younger children, and I'm sorry, teenage girls are children, is just a trope that is not funny.
Right.
It's just not. Like, it's just gross. And then it's part of a bigger problem when it's in movies like this. Because then we see, like, women or females see this and think, oh, okay, well, that's just funny and it's okay.
Right. There's one everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Which there
is. But it should be not that, oh, there's just one everywhere. It should be this is unacceptable wherever you are.
Yeah.
And whoever you are. Yeah, I'm sure. And I mean, some of the things I found just in general, like criticism of the film, not so much when it came out, but more now, is that.
No better, do better.
The glamorization of the hazing, specifically the violent hazing. Even the girls, like, no one was hurt, but like the way they were being spoken to
and bullying.
Stuff. Like the bullying,
100%.
the degradation, that sort of thing. And then, the inappropriate nature of and kind of making light of and making it a joke of Matthew McConaughey's character.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those are the main criticisms of the film.
And listen, I know people out there are going to be like, oh my God, can't anything just be funny? And there's some things that I just, they're just not.
Yeah. I agree.
I just like, when it's, I don't know. I just.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because the state of our world, our country right now.
We're very hypersensitive to it.
Yes.
It's wrong no matter what.
Right.
But it's more noticeable and cringy and and honestly kind of maddening.
Yeah, because I feel like there's this pendulum swing backwards right now of what is acceptable to say to women and when people in power are saying things so disrespectful to just humans, period, that now that I was trying to explain this to one of my kids, I can't remember which one. I said, I feel like because of that, that is empowering people, regular day citizens, to do that. And they're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I said, it does, because you're hearing this from people in power, and if they can do it, why can't you?
Right.
Even if you don't consciously absorb that, it happens. It's just, and that can happen on the flip side too. If somebody's in a position of power saying, we're not taking this, we're not tolerating this, that trickles down as well to people being a little more aware and trying to. So I think that's just why we're very
super sensitive to it.
So I enjoyed it. Honestly, the hazing bothered me, but not as much as Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, right. That was like secondary.
Yeah.
That was secondary. I loved the clothing, the music,
so
the
fun.
cars were really fun, the
Yes.
hairstyles, and I already said this, but I like movies that kind of have this scattered plot.
Now, I will say the acting was great except for the young kid playing Mitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what and I remember this driving me crazy when I used to watch this back in the day repeatedly. He messed with his face constantly.
He did.
He would always do this. And it reminded me of when my youngest started performing. He would always mess with clothes on stage.
Yeah.
It's like a nervous habit.
That's a really common one, the clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a hard thing to break
It's very
because
hard.
you don't know what to do with your hands sometimes when you're performing.
And it's like the nerves are like coursing out of
Yes.
you.
And I feel like that kid just kept wiping. He either would hit it, like mess with his nose or his hair tuck.
He did tuck his hair a
Oh
lot.
my God. I was like, stop it. Like,
Which like can be a character choice when used on purpose.
but he did it constantly. And
Right.
he would always go, as he was saying something like, this is a podcast. So he would always grab the bridge of his nose and be like turning his head to the side constantly. If you've never noticed that, go back and watch
Now
it
we're
for
gonna
10
see it.
minutes. And
Now
that's
we're gonna
all
see
you're going
it.
to notice. It drove me
Yeah.
batty.
Yeah.
But other than that, the acting was great.
Yeah, I thought the acting was really good too.
Yeah.
I thought everyone did a great job in their roles.
Yeah.
And to just think about where some of these people went from there is wild.
Yeah.
And inadvertently, we've done that with our two movies
know.
so far. That doesn't always happen.
I know.
Where it was like a lot of people's first feature film or
Yeah.
like the breakout they needed from other things they've been doing. So,
And also I will say some of the nostalgia pieces that were fun was keg party, like going to a keg party when you were in high school and somebody somehow got their hands on a keg and you found some random place to have a party. Come on.
Oh, and that was so funny when they show up with the keg at his house. And it's like right before I forgot about that part.
And the dad's like, unpack your bags. We're not going anywhere.
And the wife's like, what? I know. I loved the mom. She was really funny. Yeah, that cracked me up. But the dad is like totally on to it.
You know, I told that story on this podcast before about how my mom was supposed to go on a business trip and I skipped school the day she was supposed to leave because thinking, oh, I'll be fine. I'll get home and she'll be gone. And I got home and she was still there and she canceled her trip because she knew I was skipping school.
Dang.
I was in so much trouble.
So much trouble.
Yeah.
You can't cancel mom's work.
That's what it reminded me of.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So, okay. So on a star scale then, 1 to 5, what are you giving this one?
I'm gonna, it sucks because I feel like for me, even with the hazing, I still enjoyed rewatching it except for Matthew McConaughey's character.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
I think that's what I would give it to.
Yeah, I mean,
3.5.
Troy and I still had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
The music was great. It was still fun.
I think it's a well-made movie.
I do too.
It's just those certain things.
Problematic elements, which is why we do these rewatches, is because it can be nostalgic and problematic
to
at
be
the
honest,
same time.
Before I rewatched it in my head, I was thinking of it like, oh, it's like that stoner film. Like, But then when I was watching it, I was like, it really isn't. Like, it's in there, but there's so much else going on. And I think that's just because it's sort of how it's been classified over the years that it's kind of like in my brain that way.
Yeah.
But like, I really kind of forgot about the Matthew McConaughey stuff. I knew he was in it, obviously.
Yeah.
But like his purpose in the film, I sort of forgot.
Right.
And I forgot the extent of the hazing. So yeah, to your point, that's why we do this and talk about this for you listeners to hear, because I'll go back to it again. I always say this when we watched Can't Hardly Wait for My Birthday over a year ago, and I was not expecting it to be a nostalgic or problematic situation, and it ended up being one.
100%.
Like, I was like shocked.
I know.
I was like, wow, I haven't watched this film in probably 15 years, maybe straight through. Like, I've quoted things from it, maybe seen little things on social media, but to like watch it start to finish, I was like, what? I didn't remember any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
And I knew, because I have watched this movie so many times. I mean, I still remember the lines on lots of parts. I knew. I was like, it's going to be way different to watch as a 45-year-old lady who is aware of a lot of not great things now than I was then, you know?
Right. That. So, all right. Well, 3.5s from both of us.
Yeah.
Do you love this movie? When was the last time you watched this movie? That's what I want to know. If you have all these things you want to come back on us and say,
and are you a female or a male? Because that matters.
Also that. And then we would like to hear what you think about that. You can send us all that information on our socials. We also have our email address in the show notes. You can send us an email. And while you're at it, why don't you leave us a positive review wherever you are listening? Another podcaster says
we
that.
Need some, who?
Sword and Scale. It's a true crime. But he always says, please, he says, consider leaving a positive review.
That's cute.
Which I love.
That's very formal.
So it doesn't have to be 5 stars, but just anything positive.
Oh, it does.
And consider it. But 5 stars would be great, as well as some like writing in there. And we're not yet to triple digits on YouTube. We're close. So
we pissed some people off on the TikTok.
On the TikTok?
They were not happy with us.
With the names?
The names. Because they were, so I know what you did last summer. And yes, I think they did use the names from the book that somehow did not come up in research. And we were talking about, why did they use old people names? And people were like, duh, you guys know, like, you've watched the movie, right? You know, it's based on a book, right? They were mad.
They were mad at us.
We just let the trolls be trolling. We just let them go. And hey, it got us a lot of views.
It did. And look, they are very invested in that argument. And look, we love it. We love it. And if you have anything similarly angry to say on the TikTok about this one, we would love to hear it. We would love to hear it. Yeah. And stay with us for the rest of our Xennial Girl Summer. And, I gotta get better than meowing. There has to be a step up. Guys, I'm going to practice.
I don't know what that was.
And catch us next time here on Generation in Between. Bye, guys.